Good afternoon, Joshua, and everyone. My name is Gloria Anaeto. I am one of the students in here studying at the Australian Institute of Professional Counselors. So for this assessment, I'm being required to present a reflective presentation, and it's just going to take about 10 minutes. So on my slides, I've got about 9 slides, including the reference list. I'm hoping that my background is not too dark and it's all looking good. So so we just jump into it. So the first slide basically introduces what a therapeutic relationship is between a therapist and a patient or a client, as the case may be. And of course, in this introduction, I've been able to put a peer-reviewed document that was written by Woodall in 2018 about how they defined therapeutic relationship between the therapist and the patient to contain a bond and a connection to work together in counseling. So which means counselors and their client basically develop a connection and a bond, to make them work together. And of course, secondly, therapists, of course, they do better and achieve a greater desired outcome when they work with their clients, when they have built that bond to be able to achieve that task and a desired goal, and that has been set prior to probably from the first day of their meeting also. So building therapeutic relationship also with patients also help to ease the counseling session where there is no tension, where clients, not in a very unusual environment, but rather, because the bond has been built, so they now establish that relationship. Counseling session seems to flow with ease, much more better than when there is no bond between the counselor and their clients. And of course, when an empathy, respect, and collaborations are basically being considered as an integral part of the counseling, then of course it's going to flow. So this presentation would discuss the role of the therapeutic relationships and the techniques therapists use for better counseling outcome. So building relationship or building therapeutic and collaborative relationship with client also helps as well, like I said before, with clinical outcome. So on the third slide, I've put together here the effective elements in counseling. So I've mentioned that it provides effective practices for counseling, and according to Bisley 2015, it helps in pain relief, build the spirits of both client and the counselor, confidence and self-esteem, as Bisley has explained, that help to save people seeking therapies from stereotype in the society as well. It also helps to avoid stigma, and it develops new counseling skills and experiences amongst the therapist as well. And of course, the elements include collaboration, integrity, respect, and empathy. So those are the effective elements that can help in counseling both ways, either the counselor or the client. So on the next slide, I have put in here what a collaboration is. So the first point that I have mentioned there says collaboration is the mutual interactions between by which skills and knowledge are shared between patients and their therapist. And of course, it was written in a reviewed document by Hildago in 2021. And collaboration also builds trust between two people, where two people work together. In the case that we're talking about here, we're talking about the relationship between the therapist and the counselor. the therapist and the client. So collaboration also help work together to comply shared decision in counseling. And lastly, on the slide, it enhances patients to therapist interaction and engagement, and that was reviewed by Bibley in 2017. So on my next slide, I've also put together here the benefits of the collaboration in therapy. So I said in the first picture, as you can see, that it says it provides person or family-centered care, which is one-to-one. So, and the second one says it helps in avoiding conflicts. So you're not having conflict with your client, or the client is not having conflict with their therapist. And of course, the third benefit that I've put down there is that it encourages sharing ideas and opinions towards their therapy. And according to law in 2022, it builds an emotional connection and empathy. So the next slide talks about the importance of collaboration. I do believe that by collaborating with clients, I will be able to know him or her better than, not knowing or not collaborating with them, which would help me as well in providing a treatment or treatment plan for that client. And of course, collaboration makes understanding about clients easy, which affects the result positively as well, according to Pozniak in 2020. It is because collaboration also builds connection between the counselors and their client, which leads to the situation where both are comfortable with each other. In the next slide, I was talking about my current situation regarding collaboration. Currently, I do not interact much as a student with the clients at the moment through technology. Of course, it's going to affect my bond with each client if I need to interact with them. So collaborations needs knowing the client very well, but currently I'm unable to access all the information about my clients because I do not have one. So, but with my skill set as I progress, it will help me to improve, to provide appropriate, to get the appropriate guidance that I need to help in interacting with the client, communication, and to process a treatment plan. So according to Hungren et al. In 2020, there is a need to develop technological skills among the student counselors, and that's why here, and so is needed in my case as presented through this slide. Collaboration is required, hence, as per MacLeod in 2022, as a counselor to have a personal learning networks that will be helpful as a student counselor to plan my learning exercise. So along this, I need to work on collecting due information about my clients for delivering best treatment experience to them as well. So I think that's it from me at the moment. I am happy to go over it again, and because of my time, I think I have got 9 references here listed on the 9th slide, and I'm hoping that this I've been able to achieve this information about collaboration that I'm trying to, the effectiveness of the collaboration, the importance, and the relationship between the clients and the therapist, or as an upcoming therapist, such as me. And yeah, at this moment, I would say thank you for such opportunity, and talk to you again, guys, soon. Bye.